Wait a minute. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we have a clan jury.
Okay. So who was the who? Hold on. And what party was the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
The Republican Party.
Why? They was created by the...
What's going on, peeps? Well, I'm gonna try to keep this under an hour. I'm not gonna plan on being here that long. So, a lot of people, a lot of black people, that is, are upset at Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, because they're gonna perform at one of Trump's inaugural events, and a lot of people is kind of upset about it. What's up, Alpha? What's up, Super and Alpha? Loving those performances. So a lot of people are upset about that. When I first start watching these people videos and people talking about it, I was a little disturbed myself at first. But last night, I came across a live that Willie D was doing with Nelly. And they was talking about Nelly performing at one of those events for Trump. And the more I start listening to the conversation, the more it changed my mind about those guys performing for Trump. And I'm going to tell you the reason why it changed my mind. Those guys are not into politics. So I'm going to give them a pass. And the reason why I'm giving them a pass because they're not into politics, because it's all about the money. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about no black person. Because those brothers are ignorant to the history of politics. Pretty much. So why would they care about how Trump or Trump sycophants talk about black people, like when it comes to DEI? Why would they care about that? They don't care about that because they're not into politics. You know, as I was sitting there listening, I'm gonna play a short clip from that live in a few minutes. But as I was sitting there listening, I noticed how ignorant Nelly was. He sounded very ignorant when it came to politics, when it came to the parties. There's one thing I did agree with him on, and I'll point that out when I play the clip. But outside of that, the brother was ignorant to politics. He was. So I'm not going to hold them accountable for performing in front of Trump, because they don't know no better. It's a selfish thing. And this goes to show you also, we need to stop listening to rappers, R&B singers, athletes, people in Hollywood when it comes to politics. Because these people are ignorant. They're not following the issues. They don't care about the issues. Do you think Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, or Soulja Boy actually care about any social issues in this country right now? Do you think they care about Charlie Kirk calling every black person in a high position a DEI hire? Do y'all think they really care about that? They don't. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Everything these people are doing is about the money. And this is why I don't have a problem with Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, or Rick Ross performing in front of Trump now. Because they don't know the issues. They don't care about the issues. They don't give a fuck about me as a black man. They don't give a fuck about my mother's Social Security as a black man. They don't care about my mother's health care. They don't care about nothing when it comes to black community. So why do I care about them performing? You know, I seen all these black, like I said, at first, I was like that at first. I was a little outraged at first. I thought it was like, you know, betraying for them to sit up there in front of Trump and perform for Trump. But then I thought about it. These Negroes don't even care about me. So why should I get my blood pressure up worried about what they're doing for Trump? Just understand the whole concept, guys. These celebrities don't have a clue. Well, I'm not going to say all of them. The majority of these celebrities don't have a clue about what's going on in this world, in this country socially. They don't. And they don't even care. You think Nelly wakes up, or Snoop Dogg wakes up in the morning thinking about Medicare and health care for all? Do you think they get up and worry about what is DEI? Do you really think that way? Do y'all really think these people worried about that? No, these people wake up in the morning trying to figure out how they're going to make the next dollar. That's what they're thinking about. And then when you come to think, when you really think about it, when have you heard Snoop Dogg talk about anything that's going to benefit the black community as a whole when it comes to, like I said, DEI, healthcare, minimum wage, anything like that? When have y'all heard Snoop Dogg or Nelly or Rick Ross or Soulja Boy talk about any of those topics? You haven't, because they don't care. And we need to understand that when these people are making these dumb videos about these black performers, celebrities performing for Trump, just understand what you're complaining about. You're complaining about people who don't care about you complaining, because it's not going to stop their dollars from rolling in. But let me play this short clip of this conversation between Willie D and Nelly, just to show y'all how ignorant these celebrities are when it comes to issues in politics. They're just a little sample.
Okay, all right. Oh, wait a minute. What is the Klan? So you saying
they dismantle
country? So the Klan. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay,
that's why we have a Klan jury.
Okay. So who was the? Hold on. And what party was the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
The Republican Party.
Why? They was created by the Democrats. They was created by the Democrats.
Yes, the Democrat Party.
The Democrats created the Klan.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
Yes, they did.
So if the Klan was created by the Democrats, if the Democrats created the Klan, they cool now?
Who cool now?
Whoever created the Klan.
Now, this is just only part of the clip, but you see how ignorant that sounds? Who created the clown? Are they cool now? And unfortunately, I have to kind of put Willie D on blast too, because his analogy of trying to explain to him what happened with the parties is a little shaky too. You know what I'm saying? But this is my point. These guys don't have a clue about what's going on in this world, politics-wise. They don't have a clue. And we'll try to hold them accountable for something they don't even have a clue about. First of all, we need to educate them on the way this politics works. We need to educate them on how certain things is affecting the black community when it comes to Donald Trump and the Republican Party. We need to educate them first, because they don't have a clue. You know, if I was explaining to Nelly how Democrats was the founder of the KKK, Democrat was the main players in segregation back in the day. But if I had to explain what happened and why I would say the Republicans are the Democrats of today, I would say, look, let's go back to 1964 and start there with Barry Goldwater and how he used the Southern strategy, which was to inflict fear into the black community, I mean, into the white community, to get them to start voting Republican in the South. That's where you need to start at, right there at the base. And then you kind of explain to him about Strom Thurmond, who was a white separatist Democrat in 1949 who ran for president. But in 1964, after the Civil Rights Bill was passed, he was so pissed that he switched and became a Republican. And that was the start of the South turning red. That's how I kind of like explain that to Nelly, to break it down, for you can understand why people are so upset at the Republican Party and saying the Republican Party is the party of racism today, because they are the old Democrat Party. That's how I kind of explain that to Nelly. But Willie D he tried his best, but he didn't really do a good job. But let's listen to the last little bit of this clip.
No, ain't nobody cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody cool. But let me make this point. When I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, well, you know, Democrats, they created the Klan, so
they did.
Oh yeah, they did. Right. They absolutely created the Klan.
Why that don't matter though?
But listen to what I'm saying. All the Klan did was change parties. It's like they changed parties like you change your name. Hold on. If I go out here and shoot somebody and kill somebody right now, Willie D killed that person. But after I kill him, I change my name and say, my name ain't Willie D. My name Michael Stokes. Michael Stokes killed that person, not Willie D. I'm the.
So like I said, this was a small clip. I didn't want to play too much of Willie D stuff. What's up, Black Pearl? How you doing today, Black Pearl? What's up, Denise? I ain't speak to Denise also. She came in. How you doing, Denise? But they like I said, the whole conversation was pretty much like that. You know, and we need to understand that we have to educate our celebrities better before we put them out front. Because a lot of these celebrities, they know their business when it comes to music, the movie entertainment business, rapping or hip hop or whatever. Yeah, they know their business. But when it comes to other things outside of that, they're lost. They're totally lost. And we need to understand that. We need to really understand what's going on when we put celebrities out front. They're just a name. That's it. And a lot of people look up to them because of their name. And we need to stop that. So, like I said, I have no problem with Nelly or Snoop Dogg or Rick Ross or Soulja Boy performing for Trump. I really don't, because they don't affect my life and they don't give a fuck about my life. They don't give a fuck about my life because they're not out there pushing social issues that would change my life. And that's something we all have to understand, that these people don't care about you. They only care about their pockets. So why are we getting upset about them? We know who they are. We know they're nothing but money-hungry individuals who's looking out for their own pockets. And I'm going to say this once again. They're not worried about my health care, my mother's health care. They're not worried about the inner city crime that's going on, the injustices in the inner city when it comes to the criminal justice system. They're not worried about the education system in the inner city. They're not worried about education when it comes to trying to get vocational schools started in the South to make education better for Black kids. They're not worried about none of that. So why are we getting outraged? What we should be outraged is about, they don't care. What we should be outraged about is them not caring about the Black community. When it comes to education, the justice system, jobs, pay-wise, that's what we should be outraged, because they should be using their voice to push those issues to better things for Black people. Just imagine if all those Black celebrities actually used their influence to help the Black community when it came to social issues. Just imagine what would happen. We will probably be in a better place today than we are. Just let that sink in. We are trying to hold people accountable who don't even care about us. Yeah, they'll go out there and throw a couple of dollars to donate for shoes or book bags every now and then. But how about the consistency of going into the community to change policy? That's what we need them to do. We need them to use their name, their influence to help change policy in this country. That's what we need. Understand that. So get mad about that. Don't get mad about them performing for Trump. Get mad because they're not in the inner city using their influence to help the Black community more. You know, it kind of like when they have friends in the Fed, like Snoop Dogg, I think, he used his influence to help get his friend out of the Fed. Does that sink in? He helped his friend get out of the Feds, but why not use that influence to help all Black people when it comes to social issues, when it comes to injustices? Because they have the money and the power. That's where the money and power is with them. And we all know money is power. Why don't they use it for the betterment of the Black community? Just understand that. So don't get mad at them about Trump. Get mad at them about not using that influence to help change the inner city. That's why y'all should be mad. I don't know why this. Oh, what's up, Stacy? You know, it just to the point we need to understand certain things. We really do. We got our priorities all fucked up. We really do. And then we go and blame the white man. See, this is another thing also. Then we blame the white man for all our ills, but we don't hold our own people accountable. I thought I had a clip. I thought I had a clip of what Nelly said that I really agreed with him about. And I thought I had that clip. Basically, he said, why are we turning to white people for help when those white people are the same people who put us in this predicament? And basically what he was saying is, why are we not doing more to help ourselves? Basically, instead of turning to white people to help us. What's up, Stacy? You know. All right, so you tried to email me again? All right, I appreciate that, Stacey. I will. Thank you. So, and I agree with him on that point. Why are we not doing more to help ourselves? Black people have more money today than we have ever had in the history of America. But we're not using that money the right way. We instead of us trying to help with the inner city issues to influence politicians with our money, we rather go out and buy 10 different cars, 5 different homes, have 20 different baby mamas, all in order just to lose down the road. That's what we rather do with our money. Instead of investing it back into the community to help push up more Black people to the top. But we don't want to do that. We feel like that's a waste of our money and time. But then we'll turn around, and go beg white folks for money. Then we'll blame them for all our issues. When we have black celebrities who are worth billions of dollars in this country, and they ain't doing nothing to improve the black community. They're not doing anything to help influence politicians to change things in the inner city. See, that's one thing I can say about white people. They use their money to influence people. No matter if you like it or not, but that's the way they use their money. To influence people. And we need to understand that. We need to be doing what white people do. Use our money to influence politicians to get what we want. But we don't want to do that. We want to go spend our money at the strip club. That's what we want to do. But then we turn around, we want to yell out racism. When we have the money to influence politicians to change things in the criminal justice system. But we don't want to use it like that, though. We don't. How y'all think Trump got back into office? Using his money and power to influence people to believe his bullshit. Just understand that. That's what this is all about. Influence, money, power. That's how you get out of this hole we're in. That's how we change the mentality of black people in this country. With money and influence and power. We talk about the inner city. We always talk about inner city crime. We always talk about inner city education being the worst in America. We always talk about all this negative stuff that goes on in the inner city. Why can't we change that? Black people in charge of the inner cities. So why are we still coming up last? Because we're not working together with them dollars. That's why we're coming up last. That is exactly why we're coming up last. Because we're not trying to influence politicians to do the right thing by us. And that's something that we have to understand. Until we wake up and fully understand what it takes to change the inner city is always going to be the inner city. Crime, high crime, poor education, no jobs, and any other negative thing that goes on in the inner city. Homelessness, drugs. Until we wake up and start getting these celebrities to invest back into the black community, we're always going to be in the same hole. Always. It's sad, but it's true. It's very sad. You know, some days I get up and I just want to give up on my black people. Because sometimes I get sick and tired of us blaming white people for all our downfalls. We don't want to take ownership of none of our negativity. Everything is the white man's fault. Everything. Even though black people got billions of dollars in the economy, invested in the economy, we still want to blame white people for our issues. Get out of that victim mode. We're not a victim anymore. Yes, there's still systemic racism. But in today's society, we have black people in the highest part of this government. The highest part of this government. So we need to get away from this victimhood. Get away from it. That's something that's really holding us back. Playing the victim card at every turn, looking for a crutch to lean on, looking for someone to blame for our issues. When the majority of the issues are us making those issues for ourselves. And that's something that we have to understand. That's something that we have to realize. But for some strange reason, we don't want to realize that. We want to blame someone else. And we need to stop being hustled by our own people as well. What's up, T Black? We need to stop being hustled by our own people. Stop playing the victimhood and stop being hustled by our own people. Because those black hustlers out there, race hustlers, I call them black race hustlers, the only thing they're doing is making you into a victim. That's it. That's all they're doing, is turning you into a victim. And they're turning you into a victim because you are putting money in their pockets to listen to the bullshit that they're telling you. Understand that. Just understand that. You know, I was talking about Phil Scott the other day and how he was talking about California and reparations. And Phil Scott lives in Texas, right? Now, I call Phil Scott a race hustler. And what I mean by, when I call a black man a race hustler, I call him a race hustler because the only thing they're doing is getting black people, they're keeping black people outraged to make money for their pockets. So that's why I call people like Phil Scott a race hustler. All right. So getting back to my point, Phil Scott was talking about California and reparations and Gavin Newsom and what he's doing in California. Now, I'm going to explain the story once again. Phil Scott lives in Texas, the last state to free the slaves, right? So you would think a person like Phil Scott, who's always talking about reparations and what white people owe us for slavery, you would think that he would be like down there in the Capitol in Austin petitioning Dred Scott for reparations, right? But no, that's not what he's doing. He's out here talking about California and their reparations that they was trying to get passed in California, how the Democrats are being done wrong, or how the Democrats are doing people wrong because they're not really trying to push reparations. The Democrat Party now. Now, my thing is, why are you making this about Democrats and Democrats trying to get reparation passed in California? Instead of talking about the Republicans and that Republican governor by the name of Greg Abbott, why he's not trying to be pushed to give reparation to black people. You see how this game works? See, we go where the money goes, even though it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense talking about Democrats in California when you live in Texas. But see, the money, he makes more money talking about Democrats in a negative light about reparations than he would talking about Republicans. See, that's how the game works. And that shows you how this reparation movement is a fraud. It's fake. They're not serious. See, I started reading up on California and their reparation push. And the more I read, and I was reading about black people pushing that in the state house. Did I see a Tariq Nasheed name out there in California pushing reparations? No, no Tariq name didn't come up. Did I see a Phil Scott name, even though Phil lived in Texas? Did I see his name out there saying that he was pushing for reparations while, to help those black state senators and out there pushing for reparations? No, I did not. Why are their names not involved with this? You know why their names not involved with this? Because they are frauds. The only time they want to push it is when it comes to election time and they want to talk negative about Democrats and keep people from voting for Democrats. Then they want to push it. Because it's all a money game, a money scheme. It's all about money. They tell black people one thing to get them mad and outraged. Then they feed them money. They feed them money. They put money in the coffins for Tariq Nasheed and Phil Scott. And they keep talking. Yeah, you're right, Tariq. We need reparation. You're right, Phil Scott. We need reparation. Where's our reparation? We're not going to vote until we get our reparations. All right, but you're only talking about Democrats. Why are you not holding Republicans to the same standards? See, this is where the fraud come in at. And black people need to wake up and open their eyes to these frauds, these fraudsters. I read the comment section, you hear all these black people in the comment section, yeah, you're right, yeah, Tariq, yeah, these politicians, these Democrats, these black caucus members, they ain't doing nothing for us. They ain't doing nothing at all for us. You know, this get outraged. This going off in the comment section. That's going off. That's going off. They talk about all this nonsense about black people, how they ain't doing nothing. You know, they just they cooning and all this other type of stuff. And like, all right, what are you doing though? How many politicians have you talked to? How many politicians have Tariq Nasheed talked to in California about reparations? Now that bill is coming back up this year in 2025. Because when I was reading the article, they were saying they're going to bring it back up this year. Now, I want someone to tell me, is Tariq Nasheed going to be out there talking to those same politicians who's pushing this bill in the California House? Because he lives in California. So he should be in Sacramento. Every year that bill come up, he should be up there. Him and his group should be up there at the State House petitioning all those politicians on the right and the left about reparations. But I guarantee you, you won't see that on YouTube. I guarantee you, you will not see not one black Tariq Nasheed follower or Tariq Nasheed himself in Sacramento at the State House pushing that reparation bill. Because they are frauds. They are fraudsters. All of them are fraudsters. The only ones you should take serious about reparations are the ones in the State House who are pushing those bills. And there's 2 black senators, state senators in California who's pushing that reparation bill. Those are the only ones you should be listening to. All these other idiots, they just race hustlers. They're just social media race hustlers here to only keep you outraged and to keep their pockets filled with your money. That's it. That's all it is. All right, so I've been here 32 minutes. I think I did enough talking for 30 minutes. So my poll, 10 people took my poll, and it's kind of funny, which I find amazing. But I agree with the poll, with the 10 people who took the poll. It said, is there an issue with Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy performing at the Trump inauguration? And 70% said no. And the other 30%, why does it matter? And I agree 100%. I agree with this poll 100%. Now, we might disagree on the reason why we agree, but I agree it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I think I really expressed myself and let my feelings and my opinion be known why I said it doesn't matter. You know, so but like I said, it is what it is. I would encourage everyone to stop listening to these YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, formerly known as X, TikTok. Oh, TikTok is back up also, guys. I just was informed that TikTok is back up. So that was a short break. It wasn't even 24 hours. So TikTok is back up. But like I said, I would do my own research as I would people. Stop listening to these race hustlers, these black race hustlers, because they are no good for you. They're not here to benefit the black community. They don't care about the black community. They really don't. You know, you don't see none of them trying to lobby for better education system, better justice system. You don't see none of them fighting for higher minimum wage for these inner city kids. Like I say, you don't see these people out there doing anything to benefit us. You don't. You know, how many videos have you seen Phil Scott make of him trying to lobby a politician for better education or better justice system or better job training? You're right. It's never going to happen, T. It's never going to happen. You know, when have y'all seen a Tariq Nasheed on his platform doing the same thing, or Umar Johnson on his platform doing the same thing? You don't see these people lobbying for black people. You don't see these people. I don't even want to get started no more. Because every time I think about these race hustles, these black race hustles, and how they take advantage of the black community, it really pisses me off. It pisses me off completely. I don't understand how we can be so ignorant to allow people like Tariq and Phil Scott and Umar Johnson and people like that to actually, what is the word I'm looking for? To actually influence other black people to think that they're doing something positive for us. How can we do that? We are better than that. We are smarter than that. But we are so weak to the point where we don't want to think for ourselves, so we allow idiots like Tariq, Phil, and Umar to think for us. Well, y'all do, not me. I think for myself. But a lot of people let them people think for them. Tell them what they want to hear. And it's sad. And Umar, it's like Umar bought a school in 2019. 2019. And here we are in 2025, and the school still isn't open. All he had to do was remodel or I can't even pronounce the word. Damn, I'm getting tongue-tied. Renovate. All you had to do was renovate the school. He didn't have to build the school from ground up. All you had to do was renovate the school. And here it is 6 years later, and it's still not open. And you still got black people cheering this dude on like this dude is the next MLK. Come on, man. What is wrong with black people? Are we that desperate for a leader? Are y'all that desperate for a leader? Seriously, are y'all that desperate for a fucking leader? That school will open before we get reparation. That's not happening either. I'm just saying, man. Didn't I see this dude? And I was going to leave, but y'all, I got started Umar now. I see this dude on 20 different YouTube channels giving his opinion, and no one is bringing up when is the school going to open up. They're actually more interested in getting his opinion on issues that's going on in the country in which he really don't care because he's not really doing anything to change anything, but they really want his opinion. Why? Why do you want Umar's opinion? There is nothing he's going to do to help the black community. I'm crazy. You know, I sit here, I talk to 5 people on my YouTube channel. You know, this is, and I'm not, you know, I sit here and talk to 5 people on my YouTube channel, you know, and I ask myself, what I'm doing wrong? Because maybe I need to start lying to people. Maybe I'll get more people, maybe if I get more, I'll get more traction on my channel if I start faking certain things. You know, one time I thought about doing an experiment one time. I started to pretend to be a Trumpster just for a week or two, just to see how much traction I could get. Because it seemed like the more bullshit you put out, the more followers you get. And I thought about that for a second. Because people like Umar Johnson is the biggest bullshitter on social media, but everybody believes his bullshit. Everybody think that he's a smart guy and he has all these great ideas. Now I give him credit. He's a great speaker. Great speaker. He's a great speaker. But that's it. That's as far as I can go with him. The rest of it is bullshit. Just all bullshit. But people flock to bullshit. It's like flies. You know how? Well, you know, I'm a country boy. I grew up in the country, so you know when a cow or a horse take a dump out in the fields, all the horse flies and the flies they just start gravitating towards the shit. Well, that's Umar and his bullshit. You know, when all that bullshit that he's putting out, black people that flock to it, they just attract to that bullshit. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's just like, come on, man. Come on. We can do better, black people. We can do better, black people. We can do better than a Umar Johnson. We can do better than a Tariq Nasheed. We can do better than a Phil Scott. We can do better. I know I started this live talking about Nelly and Snoop Dogg and all of them, but all of it fits in. All of it comes together in the end because all those people are nothing but bullshitters. All of them. Because when you look at the bigger picture, look at the inner cities that are controlled by black people and look at how terrible every inner city in America is. And we have all that money and power and we still coming up last. Still coming up last. And it's sad. It's sad that I was listening to Roland Martin one day. He was bragging about how, he wasn't really bragging about it, but he was talking about how the economy and black people, there's like $1 trillion in the black community with the economy. $1 trillion. Where's that $1 trillion at? Look at our schools. Look at our infrastructure in the inner cities. Where's that $1 trillion at? I don't see it. That's it, T. Bingo. There you go. There you go. So basically you get more black people with shit than honey. There you go. Bingo. You win the prize. Hey, that's very fitting. That is very fitting. And the ironic part of that, T, that's a proven fact. And the reason why it's a proven fact, look at your so-called beef sector, black sector, Mo 3 sector. What do you see? You see a whole lot of shit that people are attracting those black people. Hey, there you go. Enough said on that subject. So I think I'll end it right here after 40 minutes. But thank you guys, man, for coming through. Thank you, T. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Black Pearl. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, both Stacys, for coming through. I really appreciate y'all coming through. Who else came? Alpha Buckeye came through. Thank you, Alpha, for coming through. Anybody I forgot, thank you for coming through. Thank you, 10 people. Also, I got 10 people who took the poll. Can I at least get a few more likes? Can I get at least 10 likes? If you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Help a brother out. Brother struggle. I got a struggle channel here. I need all the help I can get. You know, I come here to speak the truth to you guys. I ain't bullshitting you guys. I just give you the truth. So can I get at least 10 likes just for being a straightforward guy who's giving you straight information and not giving you no bullshit? What's up, Kanyan? Kanyan, you came late, man. You came late, man. But do me a favor, Kanyan. Hit that like button for me, though, since you did come through the door. I appreciate you, my brother. But until next time, guys, man, I salute you all. And like I said, stay away from the race hustlers, man. Stay away from the motherfuckers telling y'all dumb shit. Stay away from it, you know. You know, hit a like on behalf of Tyra. Hey, I appreciate that. Matter of fact, that's 2 likes then, Kanyan. I salute you guys, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Y'all stay safe out there in them streets.